to give him all the credit in the world, but again, he's a 45-year-old man in a young man's game. But look at that competitive spirit coming out now.
Straight right hand landing for Foreman. He's had a pretty good round here in number 10.
Again, Atlas didn't counter. Atlas, here we go again with the Atlas. Michael Moore is
Down goes Moore on a right hand. An unbelievably close-in right hand shot.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It happened. It happened.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Here's a guy I said was a clubber.
As referee Joe Cortez waved his arms over Moore, George Foreman knelt in prayer in the neutral corner.
You know, this was a 2-to-1 fight, but in my mind it was a gazillion to 1 that George Foreman could ever win the heavyweight championship again. This is a really remarkable achievement, and it has to stand on its own. We're in a show and tell medium, and show does it all.
So some of the old power was still there after all.
It sure fooled me. Didn't show it in the entire fight where it came from.
Well, we mentioned that he was having a strong round. He had set up some blows, and then that right hand anesthetized Michael Moore.
It sure did. And that's the one thing I said George couldn't do. He couldn't get you out with one punch. But boy, he sure fooled me and Michael Moore.
It landed right on the point of the chin, Gil.
Right on the button where it says good night.
You see the blood welling up behind Moore's lips as he momentarily went to sleep. The 68th man in 26 years to have fallen before the professional fury of George Foreman. So you got a 45-year-old heavyweight champion of the world. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official particulars.
In the MGM Grand, the impossible dream has happened. Heavyweight history has happened. Referee Joe Cortez reaches the count of 10. At 2 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 10, the winner, and once again, heavyweight champion of the world, Big George
A look back at George Foreman in the moment of his triumph. This was a prayer of thanks. All the many prayers that preceded it and the thousands of prayers in this arena had already been answered. And now Larry Merchant is in the ring with the once and future heavyweight champion of the world.
All right, George, congratulations. This is an impossible dream. Tell us your thoughts about what you just accomplished.
Well, for all of my old buddies in the nursing home and all the guys in jail, always remember that song, When You Wish Upon a Star. Doesn't matter who you are, anything your heart desire can come to you if you just don't give up on your dreams. I'm so happy, and I want to thank Seth Abraham, because I called him up on the phone and said, you know, this fight can happen if you want it to happen. Seth argued a little bit. He said, well, George, it can happen then. So that man who runs HBO is a special human being.
Thank you for the plugs, and I'm sure that Seth appreciates it.
Tell him to give me a bonus, please.
George, you were having a hard time, it seemed. He was beating you to the punch, hitting you a lot of good stiff punches. You were hitting him with punches, and yet he was right there. What happened in the last round?
Well, I had the power this time. Bob Cook here. We trained about trimming down, but at the same time, what is that, carbohydrates and stuff he gave me? Told me I'd be stronger and I'd be able to eat Wendy's hamburgers all the way through training. So I was able to get my cheeseburger and at the same time have that energy for the last, because nobody can keep taking those kind of punches he took for 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds. It's got to just kill off sooner or later.
Were you ever hurt or seriously stung?
He had power, and every time he touched me on top of the head, it would just shake my body. The man is powerful.
Well, going into the last 3 rounds, were you ready to commit everything to it, because you were staying on a nice steady pace until
the referee told me in the ring that there would be no 3 knockdown rule here. So I knew that I was going to have to punish.